Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Hey, yo. And y'all know how we do it. This is Sunday morning, and I'm coming with you with the NFL Pick'ems. Nitro's picks. What I think is going to be, the games for this Sunday for NFL. And let's make a run through, okay? So pretty much, we got Colts versus, well, let me say this. There was the start of week 9 started with the Eagles beating the Texans 29-17. I want to say this too. The Eagles are undefeated, and Jalen Hurts deserves all the credit he is getting. But when you look back at their schedule, it has been relatively easy. And these are very winnable games for them. They've won the luck of the draw, like facing Dallas when it was, Cooper Rush and the Steelers and, the Texans. They are on a schedule where they don't play Bills, they don't play Kansas City, they don't play the Ravens, there's like a lot of games that they don't play against the top teams, and it's the luck of the draw, man. So hopefully, with Dallas finally healthy, we can actually see a real. I want to see a true test to their team before we start, inaugurating them the winner of this year. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, they did beat the Eagles 29-17. Colts versus Patriots. Look, I'm picking the Patriots. The Colts have been abysmal. Listen, last year, people was talking about that running back from the Colts to be the MVP. He was having a better year before Derrick Henry got hurt, that he was a better running back, all this stuff of Jonathan Taylor. And it's just funny to see how this is such a fall from grace for that entire team. That man had a smash for a running back season, receiving, running, touchdowns, the whole nine, and has fallen flat on his face this season. And I don't even specifically blame him. I blame the team overall. They can't block worth a lick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the offensive line has been worse than abysmal. So, and that used to be one of the strengths of their teams. I don't understand how a strength of your team and you bring it the same people can become its detriment. That makes no sense. But I'm picking the Patriots because if Bill Belichick smells that you can't stop his pass rushers with 4, you are through. I would be fit to be tied if the Colts somehow pulled off this game. Because it'd be like, wow, okay, I didn't expect that. Lions versus Packers. This is a pick'em. I'm picking the Packers, but the Lions can beat them. The Packers have a lot wrong with their roster. Aaron Rodgers does not have the weapons he needs to be Aaron Rodgers, and they're pretty much saying we're just going to rely on the run. And you're not going to beat the top flight teams only relying on the one. You're going to have to be able to pass the ball also. So I got the Packers winning this game, but the Lions can make it very interesting because that's what the Lions have been doing all season. So, shout outs to that. Chargers versus Falcons. Listen, this is another pick'em game for me. Falcons, it's almost like they found their groove a little bit. Chargers have been in a muck, and they're very injured. I don't know anybody Justin Herbert will be throwing to, right? A whole bunch of no names, and this is a pick'em's game. I'll say this: you would want to believe that Justin Herbert gets you this win, but like I've told a lot of people, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, those guys are proving that when they don't have everything around them perfect, their team doesn't win. But they are regarded as top 5, top 6 quarterbacks in the league. And for me, if you're regarded that high, you have to be able to carry your team when everything is not perfect. So we're going to say the Chargers win this one, but do not be surprised if the Falcons take this. Bills versus Jets. Look, man. Yo! All right. I'm picking the Bills. This is a weird Sunday, man, because a lot of these games is, right? The Jets can beat the Bills. If they make it hard on Mr. Josh Allen and he can't, do what he usually does and get moving and get grooving, they could beat him. But the Bills right now are riding a high. What are they? 7-1, 6-1, something of that effect. I would say the Bills, but just like the other ones, don't be surprised if the Jets cash this one, because divisional games are weird and the Jets are playing out of their minds this year. Their only detriment is their quarterback. Zach Wilson is like, oh my God, he'll just have games where he just goes, I'm losing this. I don't care how well y'all play. I'm losing this game for us. Mama, there goes that man. Yo. So I'm going to pick the Bills to win this one, but I think it will be a close game. I do not see a Bills blowout. Not with that New York Jets, unless Zach Wilson is just giving up the ball on the 30 and 40 and, Josh Allen's hitting, long touchdown or 30-yard touchdowns to Diggs and Gabriel Davis. But we'll see. We will see. Vikings versus Commanders, I got Vikings beating them. The Vikings have been on a run. Man, they have quietly, like only lost like one game this season. Very quietly. Nobody speaking about the Vikings. Nobody. And they've done it just like this. Let me just be quiet and take my things. Hey, yo, that's the Vikings this year. It's like, yo, shut up. We don't want none of y'all talking about us, man. Talk about the other teams. So they're really flying under the radar this year, but I'm picking the Vikings to beat the Commanders. The Commanders have one weapon, Terry McLaurin. If he goes off, they have a chance. If not, they don't. Hey, Bengals versus Panthers. I pray to God. I pray to the Heavenly Father above that the Panthers find back their roar and shows the Bengals who's the real king of the jungle. I'm dead serious with you, bro. Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. There is no reason why the Bengals should lose this game. There's none. There is none. But we've all seen if everything isn't perfect for Mr. Burrow, he is not the same QB. Yo, so I'm going to pick this one with my heart. Not my head, my heart. I picked the Panthers to beat the Bengals. To beat them. Game-winning field goal at the buzzer. Burn. And the Panthers win the game. So I got the Panthers beating them. My head, shut up. They'll lose. I'm telling you they'll lose. So Raiders versus Jaguars. Listen. The Raiders have been a big disappointment, bro. I want people to understand this. The Raiders have Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and the fourth best tight end in the league with a great back. And they're having trouble winning. That's hilarious to me. Like, if you go through and be like, oh, well, this is what we got to look at and look for. Like, how do they continually lose with that type of offense? But I keep trying to tell you sometimes certain guys just don't have it. They're not bad. They're just not great. They don't have that it factor. And to me, ever since Carr's injury, he hasn't been the same player. He has not been the same player. He has not. And my thing is, you have to be able, if you're that guy, you have to be able to pick up the slack when your team does not have everything perfect. That's what a big-time QB is to me. That's what it's supposed to be. Not even to me. That's what it is. We've seen it with the Peyton Mannings. We've seen it with the Tom Bradys. We've seen it with the Brett Favres. We've seen it with so many of the perennial greats of all time. If you don't have it perfect, I can still win you games. Consistently, I might add you. So, the Raiders can lose this game. I'm picking the Jaguars to win it. Yo, shout out to Jacksonville. Y'all have been playing a great season, man. I picked the Jaguars to beat them. The Raiders have been a disappointment, and I'm not putting my name next to them. Nope. Won't do it again. No. So, Dolphins versus Bears. Dolphins winning this game. This is one of those games where you check the line and it's going to be like plus 17 for the Dolphins. I'm dead serious with you. This should be a blowout. This should be a dead serious blowout. I don't think the Bears can keep up with the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a track team. Make no mistake about it, the Dolphins are a track team. Them Dolphins got legs and wheels. I'm telling you, forget swimming. They running and gunning. So I don't see the Bears beating that team at all. I'm picking the Dolphins, and I believe it's going to be big. I'd be surprised if it's a close game. I think they win by 15 or more. Easy. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Listen, right, bro. I'm picking the Cardinals to win this only because I think that they are going to start winning games. Seahawks have been such a breath of fresh air this year. Geno, this is why I tell people sometimes people can have it wrong. They evaluated Geno wrong. Sometimes it's not just about talent. It's about where you're drafted, right? Can that team properly build around you? Most quarterbacks, right, need weapons. They need a good offensive line or a decent offensive line to be effective, right? This notion that I could just get a good quarterback and everything changes, they're far and in between. Now, look at this man. You gave him a team that is not devoid of weapons, right? And you gave him a decent O-line. Decent, not great, decent. And a really good run game. And he's looked absolutely amazing. He's completing. I want you to understand, he's completing like 73% of his passes for the league. That's Drew Brees-esque. Hey! Hey, bro, listen, only reason I'm picking Cardinals is because I think that they're going to make the playoffs and they have to start winning games. I mean, this is the NFL. Sometimes the better team doesn't always win. So that's the only reason I'm picking the Cardinals today. If the Cardinals win, I think it is an upset because the Seahawks have been playing great. I just think that the Cardinals are going to start winning and somehow eke their way into the playoffs with DeAndre Hopkins back. D-Hop, yeah. They're going to start winning some games. So expect some weirdness from that game. But I'm picking definitely the Cardinals don't come out with the win, the victory. Rams versus Buccaneers. Oh, man. I'm hoping the Rams just really retire Brady. I'm picking the Rams. Brady had that offenses looked awful. And you know what? I don't want to hear no excuses for the Brady people, right? I don't want to hear nothing. Just like Mr. Burrow, he has two other number ones on that squad. The only two things that's changed about the squad is Gronk retired, right? And Antonio Brown walked off the field last year and said, okay, whatever, y'all so nice, do it without me. And I'll be real with you, they've looked absolutely horrid. And no one's saying nothing. You don't even have to like the man. But when it comes to football, he makes a difference. That team looks absolutely different without Antonio Brown. When you don't win one-on-one matchups across the board for your first, second, and third wide receiver consistently, and you have a safety blanket and a tight end, you might take a couple sacks, and Brady's been getting sacked. So I'm picking the Rams to beat them. Mind you, the Rams do not have Cooper Kupp. I think this is going to force Matthew Stafford to spread around the ball a little more and get those other receivers, into the game. And I think that the Rams really eke out a very close win. And the last game of the day, Titans versus Chiefs. Chiefs win this game. I don't see a way the Titans can win this. Look, let me be very clear. You had AJ Brown, and you thought that you could replace him. You had a dynamic duo in AJ Brown, and you had Derrick Henry. That when you stack the box against Henry, AJ Brown was winning almost all the time. That's what that team is missing. It really is. Their offensive line is not bad. Their running game is not bad. Their quarterback is subpar. And for him to be effective, he needs weapons. I've said this before. Quarterbacks need weapons, even if they are a weapon themselves. Tannehill is not that guy. He is a decent quarterback. He is a quarterback that if everything is perfect, you are going to win a lot of games. If they are not, you're probably going to lose a lot of games. And that just is what it is. And he's also been injured, and they've been turning to Malik. So I just don't think a team with that many problems beats the Kansas City Chiefs. And let me also say this. Andy Reid really does not get the respect he deserves being an offensive guru, an offensive genius, an offensive juggernaut. When we say that a player dropped into the perfect situation, the example, the encapsulation of the true meaning of that phrase should have the picture of Patrick Mahomes on it all day, all evening, all night. I mean, Reed has a quarterback that's not scared to make the throws in his offense, that can make every throw that he would like, and can buy time. Because I'm going to be real with you, the most explosive we ever seen Andy Reid's offense is when Michael Vick took over the helm. So what he did was he said, okay, I need a guy that has an arm and can move. Maybe not as much as Michael, that could throw better than Michael, but can get out and have some escapability, extend plays, and take this offense to another level. Perfect marriage. When you talk about Disney endings and it says, and they lived happily ever after, this is what they're talking about. The Kansas City Chiefs, I swear to God, are just a match made in heaven. A match made in heaven. Now look, I know a lot of people's like, oh, that's why, they got rid of Tyreek. And no, Tyreek is an anomaly. He is Neo of the Matrix. Hey, that man's on pace for 2,000 yards. They're one of the few wide receiver and quarterback tandems we see break up that they look better without each other, which is crazy, but it's true. So to get back on track, I got the Chiefs winning this game. And I don't have the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning probably like 38-15 because I think Tannehill's going to give up that ball and they're going to, them turnovers, man. I peg Tannehill or even Malik to have 2 to 3 turnovers this game. Because here's the thing. Kansas City, they put them guys back in the middle where they're supposed to be, and they're stuffing the run, right? and if Titans cannot run or establish the run, they have no chance of winning. No chance. It would take probably one of the worst games of Patrick Mahomes' career for this team, the Titans, to win. And I just don't see that happening. So I got the Chiefs absolutely dominating the Titans on Sunday Night Football. And you end, Sunday on a very high Chief note. Chiefs Nation, stand up. So that's my run through for today. Quick back to say back all my picks, right? I got the Patriots beating the Colts. I got the Packers beating the Lions. I got the Chargers beating the Falcons. I got the Bills beating the Jets. I got the Vikings beating the Commanders. I got the Panthers beating the Bengals. Jaguars beating the Raiders. Dolphins beating the Bears. Cardinals beating the Seahawks. Rams beating the Buccaneers. And the Chiefs trouncing the Titans. And there's one more game, baby, for the week. But we're going to do that tomorrow. And that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Listen. And I will forever say this. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. And I'll forever appreciate that. Thank you for loving the content. Thank you for liking the content. Thank you for watching the content, right? And yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. But look, I got to go. Oh yeah, please remember, for anybody new, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? It's not too hard. Beep, beep, boop. And if you love the content, I'll be putting out videos every single day. So you'll be getting nitro like a shot of coffee in your day. In case you're tired, you put this on. I'll make sure I wake you up. You fails me. But listen, that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. And you guys, good luck to y'all teams. My team doesn't play till tomorrow, so I'll have a whole rundown and breakdown for the game tomorrow. All right? So I love you guys. Y'all have a great Sunday morning. Good luck. And y'all know my slogan, don't you? Nitro out. Peace. Salute, and I am out. Yeah.